Hi, hello, Divine Feminine. I hope you're doing well. Yes, this is kind of a video for us. And let me just get the lighting kind of right here so it's not so irritating to me. Maybe if I move back. There we go. No. Just give me a moment. I am so sorry. Nope. There we go. No. There. There. See? No. There. Right? Is that okay? Just put a little twist on it. No. The lighting is terrible. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna start now. 2 minutes in. Oh, okay. Hi, everyone. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching A Touch of Tarot. My name is Genevieve, and yeah, the lighting is so bizarre right now. I hope you guys can manage to watch this video, but I thank you for being here. This message is for the Divine Feminine, and I have definitely been guided to focus more on the feminine energy for 2020. I will still be doing my karmic readings and the masculine readings, but it's very important for us to move forward as a divine feminine collective, energizing each other and feeding each other is what I just heard. So nurturing, nourishing each other would be the correct terminology for us. But that's what this reading is going to be about. And I asked the guide, so then what do I need to know? And I am in a different setup for the next couple of weeks. I have been taking notes, doing manifestation work. I'm going to be building my other channel up focused on relationship energy and what you can do as a feminine to basically keep your strength and keep your power and still be loving and generous. I will give you more info on that, but that came from a few people requesting I do videos not just on twin flames, but actually advice videos with my experience that I've gone through in my life. And as many of you know, it's been quite a ride for all of us, okay? So let's begin. The first card I got for the Divine Feminine, because I wanted to, check what is the energy that I'll be pulling on? What is this about? And this card is My Home is My Castle. It's about experiences in life. It's about growth. It's about knowledge. It's about aging beautifully. The woman in the card carries a big castle on her shoulders. The castle is solid. It's been growing each year of her life. And you remember 2019, which was just yesterday, was a huge year. And by the way, Happy New Year, everyone. I am sorry I forgot to say that part. So the castle stands for the woman's soul. So basically, this woman has grown her soul. This woman has grown her fortress, and it's her. Like, she carries this, and it's time to protect her soul. And that's the energy I got when I was, kind of just looking into this card when it came out. Inside its enduring walls, she keeps all of her memories, her thoughts, her knowledge, and her feelings. right? As like women do, as we do this. And it's time to protect all of those, our energies, our knowledge, our thoughts. The older the woman gets, the more this fortress of life grows. It keeps her company, defends her against pain, and provides the foundation for her true self to continue on this journey. And I love the fact that it talks about the foundation, because we are in the year 2020 now, which for me represents number 4 for everyone, pretty sure. And for me, number 4 represents the foundation energy. I always think of that 4 of Wands, or even the 4 of Swords, where you're giving yourself care, even the 4 of Cups, where you're realizing what you do or do not want type of energy, right? And then the 4 of Pentacles, where you're protecting and guarding what you have made, created, earned. And you've earned everything coming your way. You've earned having this fortress of a soul, okay? At the bottom of the deck is my sunshine card. So I do want to read up on this just a little, because this would be the sun card. But the sun card talks about coming from the dark. You know, you don't just become the sun without experiencing some dark times. So Miss Sunshine, sun, light, energy, courage, and clarity, which is great because that's double referenced here. A woman rises high to the sky. Her hair shines bright like the sun. Her skirt looks like a huge building. She comes from a dark place. Feminines, we've come from the dark place. You know, I did readings where it said the masculine came from the gutter. Well, I don't know what you want to call where we came from. I'm going to call it a cave, but we're coming out into the light. She is like the energy of life and the sun of the universe. She focuses her intentions on the positive and is able to gain clarity. She leaves the night and fear behind her. So feminines, this is about, you know, moving into the 2020, and this reading and this message is about you honoring where you've come from and acknowledging everything that you've created and that you've grown in your life. These 2 cards also came out from a total different deck, which talk about clarity, and that is like a sun energy. But this is about a flower growing through the roughest of times. And this is also about wishes coming true. This is about being able to see clearly. And I just heard read people clearly right now. So when people come to you, it's not that you have to have your guards up, because you'll already know their intentions. You've earned this power, okay? You've earned your stripes is what I'm hearing, okay? So I'm going to pull a couple cards from, I want to call this Heaven's deck, but it's not Heaven's deck. It's an angel deck, and get some guidance, or not even guidance. It's going to be messages for you. I already know that. This one like literally wants to land in my hand. What do we have here? The Helper of Abundance. So the Helper of Abundance. Now let me just, obviously I know what the abundance part is, but why am I getting confused if this is King? No, we have Healer, Helper. Let's read the card and see. I'm just trying to figure out if it's a page or a knight or a king, but we will find out. Although you have a lot to do, it's important to get organized first. Once planning is complete, you can roll up your sleeves and get to work. Oops, sorry. And get to work. Your guardian angels surround you and are ready to help out. This card also indicates a very loving, kind, and loyal friend, someone with a big heart, a quick wit, and endless patience. That person could be you. So regardless of who or what specific energy that is, and we don't have to talk about, you know, the knights or any of that, it's actually really just saying you need to get a few things organized. And I'll tell you, the first week of January is the greatest week ever, as we have the closure of most stores. Most stores won't even open for a few days after, you know, if they're small shops. Anyhow, if you have time or time off, this is a time to get organized. This is a time to get detailed about what you're ready to move forward with into 2020. Once your planning is complete, then you go and take some action. So I'm really picking up an energy that you may be needing to do some writing out and just organizing your thoughts about what you want to create in 2020. For some of you, maybe you have not done that yet. and the Fool card is at the bottom. So that does kind of clarify exactly what I'm picking up. This is a new beginning. And you know, it's not like, oh, a new year, I'm a new person. Not technically, but this is an opportunity to drop what happened last year and move forward um, in a different energy, with a different energy and with a different optimism for the future. I'm not saying you're a brand new person January 1st, but I do feel that for many of the divine feminines, we are about to really be seen as a different person in a different light, because we have new boundaries and we have new personal rules that aren't to be taken personally. It's just us protecting our fortune, our fortress, our soul, our castle, our home, ourselves. Okay? So let's see what else we get here. Wanted to come out. I'm not sure what it is. Messenger of emotions. So obviously the messenger would be that night kind of energy. So quick coming in of emotions. That is cups, right? And I see here. So right off the bat, what I pick up from the imagery, because it looks like an owl, though I'm sure it's not an owl for many of you, and because it's January 1st, it's the first day of the year, I really do feel there's going to be something new happening, but I feel like you're going to get a message from someone from the past. So let's see what this says. This is a beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. You may receive a message expressing feelings that you didn't even know were developing. A social invitation could soon be on its way to you. There is a person involved who is very gentle and loving with only the kindest of intentions. It could be you, especially if you are artistic, shy, and sensitive. It could be you, it could be your person. For many of you, that will describe your person on your mind. So I'm loving this energy because, feminines, you protecting yourself is bringing in this kindness, right? Like it says, this person has only the kindest of intentions. They want to express their feelings for you. This is someone else who also wants a new beginning and a fresh start and a clean slate that's coming towards you. This can really truly be with anything, but more involving anything as in like money or love. But more importantly, the message is here that because you've shifted your energy and because you are getting focused on what you want and knowing exactly what you want, you're calling in your wishes, you're calling in your dreams. Stay optimistic, everyone, and just stay positive. If you want to have a really good year, you really can. And it's not just about love, okay? Trust me. It's a self-love. I'm going to just take the top card here. We have the Guardian of Action. Now, this is the King. I see. It's time for you to step up and be the leader. Your natural leadership skills are being called into action. This is your moment in the sun. So that's us, feminines, because we already have this sunshine energy. So move into the light and shine for all to see. This card is also about a person who has charisma, is inspiring, enjoys a challenge, and loves the spotlight. And it's okay, feminines, if we're going to be stepping into some masculine energy here. Clearly, it's what's called for as we are protecting our fortress. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Swords here. And this is talking about being called upon to be a spokesperson for a cause close to your heart. Your angels will give you the perfect wording. Now, you will do brilliantly. I really feel this is connected to this message coming in with this person. And it's time for you to communicate yourself in a new way, in a new light, okay? With more clarity, with more determination with these two cards, knowing what you want and knowing that you are this beautiful, brilliant energy, and no one's going to diminish that from you whatsoever. From this point on, you're not going to hand that over to anyone. You know, and that's a problem from back in 2019. We'll just leave that back there where we kind of were being so nice. And it's okay at that time. That's what was needed. It was needed to be extremely understanding and extremely kind and see exactly, you know, where that got us. So we can see that by lessening our boundaries got us nowhere, really, right? We got to have some experiences and learn about ourselves, But we learned that lessening our boundaries probably for most of us drove us pretty kind of crazy in the end, because it really pushed us and tested us. But that was our own choice. And we had to learn that and we had to go through that, right? Okay. So, and we're getting out of that energy. That's total Eight of Swords energy. We put ourselves there in that position. So I'm going to use this deck. This is a deck I got back in 2019. I haven't used it for the channel yet. It was a gift from Run. She is one of the moderators on here. And I thank you all for all the moderation everyone did 2019 and all of that. Thank you. 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh, I got shivers right now. I don't know why, because this deck is so beautiful. And I didn't resonate with it in the beginning too much, right? Because it's just so beautiful. And I feel moving into 2020, this is going to be a very important deck here. And so we start with the 10 of Cups. See if you can see what's going on there. This is happiness. This is home is what I'm feeling. Let me see if I can make that any easier to see because it's so beautiful. It's home. Home is where the heart is. This is an energy of finally having what you want after a time of separation, because I'm looking at the Five of Pentacles at the bottom, after a time of separation, after a time of loneliness. But what this loneliness was about you learning to connect to your higher self, you learning to connect with nature, you learning to connect with the higher powers around you, and number one, you learning to connect with love, okay? With the Hierophant energy underneath that. So there's been some space in this situation, or from the feminine against the world almost type of thing. Maybe a lot of the feminines have isolated themselves and been going within, probably due to some sort of a sad situation. It really can be you wanting and yearning to be home, you know, and home being where your heart is. So what I pick up here is there was a lesson that was learned, and it had to do with you cleaning out your cobwebs is what I got. Like, because there is a cobweb here, but cleaning out your closet, your internal closet of your castle, of your home, of your soul, and really seeing what you've created. And it's almost as though for many of the feminines, we all built what we have, you know, and what we had. And I have to say, we're the one creating the stagnation. And it's okay, because now we take responsibility for where we were putting our efforts, and for how we were distracting ourselves from our happiness by focusing efforts on old, stagnant situations. You know, I'm picking up the spider energy, like just keep on going around in circles and circles, catching a little something here, catching a little something there, but putting the work in where like nothing was really moving. It would just get caught in the web type of thing is what I'm picking up with that. And, you know, both these people from this 10 of Cups energy, both the masculine and feminine energy here, are realizing where they were putting their energy in. So even if you're not in communication with your person right now, I'm really sorry that these cards are, there we go. Even if you're not in communication with your person right now, your person is very aware as well that they were putting energy into a situation that wasn't moving, and that was not the best idea. It was keeping things stuck. It was keeping, I know for sure, the divine feminine and definitely the divine masculine with the Ace of Pentacles here and the Nine of Cups from their true happiness, right? So feminine, it's important for me to mention, like, if you're not in communication with your person is still in coming to terms and realizing right now that they were putting efforts into the wrong scenario or in the wrong way, almost wasted energy. Knight of Cups. Oh, and the Six of Cups at the bottom and the King of Wands underneath that. So These cards are just so beautiful. And what this is telling me, there's so many images in here, and I don't know how well you can see them all, like even within the water. This masculine, or the combined energy, let's just put it for the combined energy. There was challenges, there was a lot of challenges. It looks like there's a lot of other people involved in this scenario, in this situation surrounding this person. It's like this person is in a sea of people trying to get to the cup of love, trying to get to the sun. That is in the sun position there, and it's a cup of love. So trying to get to their heart. And I even see a bubble around their head. And I just hear like an airhead, like a bubble head, like just, lost almost. Not understanding like what is going on here. Why is there so much madness when it comes to this situation? This person, I hear, feels terrible for leaving you alone. Okay? The message I'm picking up there is kind of deep. The person, your person has a message for you telling you that they are sorry that they abandoned you. Um, and it's really not their responsibility. Very kind of them to say that, but they are. They're sorry they abandoned you. They're sorry they let you down. They're sorry, just something to do with your wishes. Um, but the message I get here from this Six of Cups is when you were abandoned by your person, it really did give, the divine feminine this time to go within to heal childhood issues, which is where the abandonment started from. It's not your masculine. He's triggering past issues from childhood. And it actually gave you time to make friends with your demons, is what I'm hearing. And your demons aren't that bad or anything like that. Um, you have a collective of demons. It's not like they're demons. I don't know. I'm hearing like warlocks and all this stuff and wizards. It's not that they're bad people. It's that they're different energy. Like, not that they're bad energies. They're different energies and they function differently. And some of this, I don't know, this is like a really big childhood situation here. It's like an Alice in Wonderland type of an energy, but a little more deeper, a little more Harry Potter, I guess. So anyhow, it gave you time to go back. It's like a lot of you did childhood regression. If you really think about it, from 2000 to 2020, a lot has happened, right? Or 2009, no, like let's say 2020, a lot has happened. And personally, I can use myself as an example. It's about 15 years ago that I had a lot of darker experiences, but I almost feel like all of that got closed out with moving into the 20s. I don't know why. I almost feel like from 2000 to 2019 was almost like me being back in high school kind of thing, but in an adult sense. And all of those situations I was in my 20s and, even a little before then, I released and I forgave. And I understand I am not that person whatsoever. Um, and yeah, I don't know, maybe that resonates with some of you. So we have an energy here of someone who is normally very action oriented. And I'm picking up really from your masculine, the energy here of your masculine, because of the message that came through. And it's continuing, and it's the King of Wands and the Hangman. And, it sucks, and it makes me feel sad for this person, not because I feel sorry for him, but because someone who is normally action oriented and motivated came across this beautiful like soul connection, and all of a sudden froze. And it's not with everything, it was with you. Um, all of a sudden became very slow. Knight of Pentacles, Moon card, disappearing. Um, they were going to their castle on a cloud, is what I'm hearing. The castle on a cloud cassette, or I don't know what's her name, Colette, Les Miserables. But they were going to their castle on a cloud. Like they were, how do I put this? There was an escape mechanism they were using to get over you. And it was almost like going to the Seven of Swords energy, the Tower energy, denying everything they knew with the High Priestess here and the Seven of Wands, fighting what they knew. And they would escape away from you. So when you guys were apart, I don't know if this is recent. I feel like for some of you, this has been a while. They were escaping to their castle on a cloud, to their dream, because that's what that's about. So they would dream about you. You know, Les Miserables, I grew up listening to that musical over and over again. I don't know how I watched it because we didn't have television then. I don't know if we had a movie or something. But yeah, there's a castle on a cloud, and she would go there in her sleep. And this is what your masculine would do to ignore his own feelings for you, to ignore the truth. So that's a side message. Okay, so let's see where else this is going and what else we need to know for the Divine Feminine. Is there any more messages we need to know in regards to anything? Queen of Wands. So we have the King and Queen, literally. And where's our King? I like to hold them together. Here we go. Let me take a look at this beautiful couple. Oh, and the Devil at the bottom. Because the ties here are strong. Not only that, it is Capricorn season. The heart, the Devil has the Four of Wands underneath and the Four of Cups. And we were just talking about the fours, right? This isn't a bad energy to have the Devil here. This is showing there is some sort of a deep connection here between this King and Queen of Wands. The feminine side of this energy never gave up hope, never lost connection, is what I pick up. And grew. And you may not know it, and your person may not know it, but you were always beside them. All these lions of love, right? The tigers of beside the masculine there. That's that divine feminine, that divine Queen of Wands, magical energy there. For divine feminines that are looking for help, it's important for you to ask your ancestors, your guides, people you may not even know. I do see ancestral energy here, and I do see even on the masculine side, I see mother energy there, motherly love. My nose is getting runny. It's like that's when I know the messages are coming in. Thanks. So, this hasn't been easy. When I'm looking at the Devil card, I feel like you have been pulled in all different directions in this situation. There has been multiple masks, multiple chains that you had to release yourself from. Try and try again, and over again. You would release yourself, or they would release themselves, only to somehow be brought back in and tied up again. Playing with your heartstrings, something like that. There's something. Well, that's. I'm not going to get too into that because I'm feeling like, you know, there was darker elements at work here, unfortunately. Tugging at your heart, playing with fear, and it's sad. Well, this is a message from my guides, and I know that because I've actually been communicating with my guides. But what they're saying is about, this year, the four, and with the Four of Wands, they're here for you. I don't know if it's my guides that are here for you, but I feel like your guides will be there for you. Maybe my guides are here for you as well. And it's coming in. It's coming in. It's going to happen. Um, there's an energy here about reflection and keep on reflecting. I don't know what that means. That's a message for some of you, but keep on reflecting. Maybe on your wishes, or just keep them in mind. Keep them in your, see this girl, she's on the puddle and she's looking at her reflection. So maybe keep your visions happening, your positivity, your lovely charm. And so we had the Eight of Swords in reverse, which is wonderful, and the Three of Wands, and you're embarking on a new is really all I can say, because it is endless possibilities, and for everyone it is completely different. A new unknown is what I was guided to say. Now you are embarking in a new unknown. Guys, do this exercise I did, and I just did it recently in the last 24 hours, where I actually thought about all of the men I've had in my life in any way that I cared for, that in some way I felt have disrespected me. And it was a lot. There was a lot of men. And for whatever reasons, they were all different, that I felt they disrespected me. And I let it go. And I just said, I was young. I was stupid. Like, I really said the truth. Like, I was a different person, and I was allowing people in my life. And it's not like I said, like, come and get me and take advantage of me, but I didn't have personal boundaries. And I didn't speak up at times. And I'm talking a long time ago, like 15, even 20 years ago, right? But it's time to forgive yourself and forgive the persons that you have allowed in your life. For some of you, it can be like 8 different people that you, like, seriously, it doesn't even have to be lovers. It can be people that you did like, or that you went around and you knew you didn't like, and then maybe you were embarrassed or something like that. Like, there was one person, I don't even know. I actually am going to forgive him right now. Forgiven. So long ago, but I don't know why I dated him. And I remember I was a little embarrassed because he was absolutely nothing like my type. There was nothing. I don't know why, and I always remember that, just because, like, I don't know why I dated him. So, and we only dated probably a week. Like, it was short, but it's like, even those little things, they still sit in the back of your mind. Forgive yourself. You dated I love nerds. So he wasn't a nerd. I don't know what he was. I'm not going to put him down at the time, because it's like 15 years ago, and we're all different. But I'm just trying to give example, like, get deep. And it's probably best to write it out. I didn't write out the people. Oh my gosh, I don't want to look at all of them. But hey, yeah, maybe I'll do that and let it go. I don't know why I feel like the 2020 energy is so different from 2000 to 2019. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because we're all, as a collective energy, just really raised up and happy, and doing so well. And I'm so proud of all of us to be here in this spot now. Because even if your person comes back, which is great, you don't need them. And that's greater. You don't need them. And I think you're realizing that. I'm picking it up. Like, you're realizing that, come back or not, you're loved but unneeded. Technically, right? Of course, we want that touch, we want that communication and that connection, but not if it will ever put us back into the Eight of Swords. And that would be us putting ourselves back there, by the way, by allowing whatever we may allow that doesn't resonate with our true soul belief, that would put us back in the Eight of Swords. And we've gotten out of there now, right? For most of us, guys. And don't beat yourself up if you haven't quite gotten out of there just yet. It's just the beginning of the year. And I know I say, like, you know, you have this time right now to do that. And I do want to push that because I want you to get it over with as soon as possible. And when you truly release, you're going to just free yourself. You really are. You're going to free yourself. So I feel like, I mean, I know where we're pulling then. Another 4? Oh my gosh, it's so weird. 4 of Pentacles. So big 4 energy. Protect your fortress. Divine Feminine, please give us a message for the Divine Feminine. Wow. We have 1 card. And at the bottom, we have the Golden Phoenix. You ready to hear this? Okay, let me just start with what's happening here. Sorry. This is the card that came out on the top. There's one underneath it I'll discuss right after, which is a total side message. So this says, I will watch over you. Divine Feminine, you have someone who loves you deeply, and you know, if I'm talking to you, who loves you deeply. This wolf energy, this fire energy, this king of fire energy, right? We have a very special moon coming up on January 10th, and I would suggest do not do anything in this time besides love yourself, by the way. This is not the time to be connecting with people. But I feel like after there's this completion of this eclipse, lunar eclipse, because we had the solar, now the lunar, 2 weeks apart time type of thing, it happens. Or maybe it's 4 weeks, I'm sorry. My nose is getting so runny, I'm so sorry. I'm going to be getting off of here soon. I will watch over you, number 1, okay? And at the bottom of the deck is the Golden Phoenix, and this is number 12. And it says, something you thought was finished burst back into life. You don't believe me? Look, I don't know if you can see it. You can't, but you trust me. It burst back into life. A little side message here. New skills, advanced training, rapid improvements. For some of you, it's going to get crazy in a positive way. It's going to get busy. If you're feeling drained, if you're feeling lack of energy, it's really important to clear things up, to clear up past mistakes, to talk to whoever you need to talk to and apologize to them. If you're feeling lack of energy, one thing I actually pick up to is over-exaggeration. Over-exaggeration is exhausting. It's good to get very truthful with yourself right now at this time. And I even noticed myself, I was exaggerating something just by a couple, because I remember saying I had 10 missed calls or something like that. But really I only had 5 or 6. And as I was saying it, I'm like, well, 5 or 6. And I'm like, I was exaggerating there. But that is the type of stuff that will drain your energy, because I was trying to think, where do I over exaggerate? And I can't over exaggerate. You know, I love making it good, whatever I'm talking about. But there's no need to. And I'm just picking up that some people may feel drained, because it looks like it's going to be a crazy year, guys. That's the circus there. But that's just everything coming together and you having new skills, being able to manage the whole situation. And fast, rapid movement. After you get some organization, everything's going to be coming in. So I'm just telling you, you're going to need your energy. And you can pray and, ask your guides and your angels to give you some energy. But the best thing you can do is be your happy, honest, truthful self and live in your most authentic way. And that will give you energy. Also, even if you're tired, take a nap. But don't let sleep take you over. Don't. And even saying that, I feel emotional, because sleep will kill you in a sense. Sleep will be, that will be it. Oh, I slept my life away. No, we don't want that. It's 2020. Happy New Year. Bye for now.